So I know that luxury may mean something different for every single person, but this home is what I would define as modern luxury. We are touring a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath, 5,153 square feet. It's on a 7,500 square foot lot, and we are in beautiful Palo Alto. We're actually doing things a little bit differently today because I want to show you the outside before we go in. And this is going to be on the longer side of a video. I know you all hate to see a part 2, so I am making sure that I get this entire 5,000 square foot house on 3 different levels covered. And that's why we're doing the outside first. This is 265 Coleridge Avenue, one of my favorite streets in Palo Alto, the 94301 zip code. And I already gave you the stats. It is $10,968,888. And it is listed by Vahid Firzor with Compass. And we're going to be together for a while on this one, so we will walk through this entire property, but we'll also go through a little bit about the location, some schools, just to make sure that you really understand this area if you are not familiar. So first of all, the first feeling when you walk into this home, I love the herringbone style of the hardwood floors, and it's so open, but it also feels warm. One of my biggest pet peeves with a lot of the modern construction is that it feels cold. It doesn't feel like you could live there. I feel like they've done an amazing job with the color scheme in this property. Everything is warm tones. We don't have grays. We don't have black and white. That quartzite waterfall island is absolutely to die for. I'm loving the white oak with the cabinetry. And honestly, of course, we have soft close drawers. Why in the world would this house not have them? We do have an espresso maker too. I really love to see it. And we have a custom fridge. What I love even more about this is it has fridge drawers, which is kind of cool. It's not something you see in every single house. So looking over, by the way, not 1 but 2 chandeliers for the island. This is a crazy, crazy thing to me. So first of all, we have our washer and dryer, which is great. We have the laundry room. This is going to be on the main floor, which I love because you're going to see why in just a few minutes here. We have that walk-in pantry, but look at this garage. What is happening here? Look at the detail of that floor. You're going to see this theme in a lot of this home. In some parts, I absolutely love, and some it's not personally my favorite, but I'm loving the bold choices that the designer and the builder made with this property. So we already have floor to ceiling, very interesting tile in that first bathroom. We are now in kind of the lounge area. I would consider it the living space. You have that mini kitchenette area, which is great for entertaining. You do have a closet on this side because you have an office here, which could easily be a guest bedroom because it does have this full bathroom right here attached to it. I am just loving the look of the floor to ceiling finishes. I think it's cool. I think it's bold. It's not something that you see every day. So now we are headed downstairs, and I've shown other properties on Coleridge, and some of you may remember the downstairs area is more of a finished basement. You're below ground, so I would consider that a basement in my own terms. We have this cool little wet bar area, which in person looked so beautiful with the backlighting. But you see here with that little spiral staircase, you are absolutely underground. But we have a secondary living area. This is a cool little theater room. And look at that wine room. I mean, that's more for display than function, but if you put blackout curtains on that window, you could make this such an awesome theater space. I think the storage is incredible here. By the way, there's another washer and dryer hookup in that closet. So you do have a downstairs hookup if you need it. But I'd love to hear, would you use this for like a multi-generational living? What would you use the downstairs for versus what you will see upstairs? We have another full bathroom here, and we have as many full baths as we have bedrooms. So we have a bathroom in every single bedroom, an ensuite, if you will. And we also have 2 half baths. Again, with the bold choices of the color scheme, we have a mini server room because, I mean, when you have a house that's 5,000 square feet, why not? You need something to make it function. So we don't have any views down here, which you're going to obviously assume because we're underground. But I love that they have the extra space down here, and it's being used as utility, which you'll see in a second, but also living space. I think this is great, even if you have like a college age kid and they want to have more privacy. Although in the same breath, I would say I don't want to make once they become college kids too comfortable because you don't want them to stay with you forever. I don't know. By the way, I love the staircase and the uplighting. I think that's a super cool ad and something that gives it a little bit of that custom feel. So we're headed now up and up and up. I'm really challenging my cardio on this house. And despite how smooth it looks, thanks to my gimbal, I was breathy. So I apologize if that picks up in the audio because that was a lot of stairs. So we are now in the upper level of the entire property. These bedrooms are a great size for this house. I mean, yeah, we're at $11 million. I really want to see closet systems, which we're checking the box there. I want to see oversized bedrooms, and I want to see beautifully immaculate bathrooms, which honestly, this is hitting all of those. And by the way, the school district is the Palo Alto Unified School District, but they did specify on the MLS that this is Walter Hayes Elementary. We have Green Middle and Palo Alto High. So you have what would be considered top-ranked schools. You're really close to downtown Palo Alto. You're super close to tech campuses, Stanford, you name it, you have it nearby. And the proximity to those is partially, if not completely, the reason for this price point. As we're checking out these guest rooms and the guest baths, we do have that tub in this one. And I know I have a lot of diehard, you have to have tubs in a house. So we have them in a brand new construction. I love to see it. And we're going to see another one in just a second here in this primary bedroom. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, I have not been on TikTok for a couple weeks. I did take what we will call a mental health break. I really just needed to step away from social for a couple weeks and reset. I am as human as they come, and I have 2 kids. And it gets a little crazy with back to school and also with business. So I am back in full swing. I'm back to my everyday commitment, and I am back to give you home tours. And I really hope that that continues for as long as humanly possible. So we are in the primary bathroom. The toilet privacy glass is very interesting. The closet in this bathroom is absolutely beautiful. It's everything I dream of when I think of a closet. Honestly, this is a great size bathroom. I expected it to be a little bigger. And I know that's a wild thing to say because it was a great size. For that size of a home, for that price point, I just expected it to be a little more over the top when I saw all the other bedrooms and bathrooms. So now it's your turn. I want to hear what your thoughts are with this list price being just under $11 million. What do you think about the price, and where do you want me to go next? I'll see you on the next one.